here that you already finished stage 3 quick stage revision, and the last teacher note here that we should start stage 4 full stage revision. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Stage 4 full stage revision. So it means all question and answer. Ready? Okay, here we
Okay,
go.
yes, I'm ready.
First question. What's the plural of wife? What's the plural of wife? The plural of wife is
The
wives.
plural of wife is wife.
Do husbands in your country generally help their wives in the house? Do husbands in your country generally help their wives in the house? Yes or no?
No,
Husbands in my country
no.
don't generally
My
help their
country,
wives in the
in
house.
January, our house, there are wives in
The
their
house.
house.
In the house.
The house. In the
Very
house.
good. Oh,
Okay.
they should. They should. Okay. If you can't answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it? If you can't answer a question during the lesson, who helps you to answer it? If I can't answer a question during the
Answer
lesson,
the
the
question.
teacher helps
Wrote the
me to
lesson.
answer it.
Me. Answer it.
Very good. If you help me, do you think we can lift this table together? If you help me, do you think we can lift this table together? Yes or no?
Yes.
If I
I
help you,
think I
I think
you.
we can lift that table
I
together.
think we can live together.
Very good. Okay. Which is the most common drink in your country besides water? Which is the most common drink in your country besides water? Tea is the most
Good.
common drink
Yeah. Tea. The most
in my country besides
common drink
water.
in my country besides water.
Very good. Do you have a fire at home in winter? Do you have a fire at home in winter? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
have
have
a fire at home in winter.
fire at home in winter.
Very good. Which is the broadest street in your town? Which is the broadest street in your town? Let's say ABC Street
To ABC
is
Street.
the broadest
It's a
street in my
broadest
town.
street in town.
Very good. Who is the richest person you know? Who is the richest person you know besides me? Ah, Bill Gates is the richest person I know.
Bill Gates. So I know.
Very good. Name me one of the poorest countries in the world. Name me one of the poorest countries of the world, please. Oh, let's say ABC country is one of the
She
poorest
country
countries in the
is
world.
one of the country in the world.
Very good. Do you like reading war stories? Do you like reading war stories? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
like
don't like
reading war
reading war
stories.
story.
Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their children? Do parents in your country read bedtime stories to their children? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes,
Parents in my country read
parents in my
bedtime
country
stories to their
read
children.
with their children.
Very good. Can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Can you express a very simple idea quite well in English? Yes, I can express
Yes,
a very
I can
simple
express
idea quite
a very
well in
simple
English.
idea quite well in English.
Do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? Do you think it's easier to express your thoughts in writing or in speaking? I think it's easier to express
I
my
think
thoughts in
easier in writing.
very good. What's the past of speak? What's the past of speak? The past of speak is spoke.
The past of speak is past.
Which language did we speak during the last lesson? Which language did we speak during the last lesson? We spoke English during the last
Spoke
lesson.
English during the last lesson.
Very good. What's the past of come? What's the past of come? The past of come is came.
The past of come is can.
Well, what time did you come here last lesson? What time did you come here last lesson? I came here at.
I'm here at
A.M.,
7
P.M.
morning,
7 in the
a.m.
morning, last lesson.
a.m. Last
What
lesson.
what's the passive break? What's the passive break? The passive break is broke.
The cost of break is brought.
Did you ever break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Did you ever break an arm or a leg when you were a little child? Yes or no?
Yes,
I broke
I broke my arm
an arm when I was a little child.
when I was a little child.
Very good. What did you wear yesterday? What did you wear yesterday? I wore
I wore a white t-shirt
yesterday.
yesterday.
Did I write anything on this piece of paper last lesson? Did I write anything on this piece of paper last lesson? Yes or no?
No,
You didn't write anything
you
on that
didn't
piece of
write
paper last lesson.
on the piece of paper last lesson.
Very good. What time did you get up this morning? What time did you get up this morning? I got up at
I got up at 6 a.m.
this morning. Did
this
we stand
morning.
did we stand up after the last lesson? Did we stand up after the last lesson? Yes, we stood up
Yes,
after the last
I
lesson.
stood up after the last lesson.
Did the sun shine last week? Did the sun shine last week? Yes or no?
Yes,
The sun shone last week.
the sun shone last week.
Did you take any photographs on your last holiday? Did you take any photographs on your last holiday? Yes, I took some
Yes,
photographs
I
with
took a
Jollibee
photograph
on my last holiday.
with when I will go holiday, last holiday.
Very good. Did you tell me your name? Did you tell me your name? Yes, I told you my name.
Yes, I told you my name.
Did anybody in your family drive a car last year? Did anybody in your family drive a car last year? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Somebody in my family drove a car
Somebody
last
in my
year.
family drove the car last year.
Very good. Did you remember all the new words last lesson from the lesson before that? Did you remember all the new words last lesson from the lesson before that? No, I didn't remember
No,
all
I
the new
didn't
words
remember
last lesson
new words
from the
last
lesson
lesson
before that.
from the lesson
Some
before
I
that.
remembered and
And
some I
some I
forgot.
remember, and some I forgot.
Very good. What did you see in this classroom last lesson? What did you see in this classroom last lesson? I saw some books,
I
some
saw some
chairs,
books,
a teacher,
compared
a student,
a teacher,
some
a
pictures,
student,
etc.
some picture,
in that classroom
etc.
last lesson.
in that classroom last lesson.
Where did you sit during the last lesson? Where did you sit during the last lesson? I sat here
In
during
fact,
the last
here,
lesson.
during the last lesson,
What did you eat for your lunch yesterday? What did you eat for your lunch yesterday? I ate some
I ate some noodle
for
for
my
my lunch
lunch.
yesterday.
Very good. Did I give you a dictation last month? Did I give you a dictation last month? Yes or no?
Yes,
You gave me a
you
dictation last
gave
month.
me a vacation last month.
Very good. When did last season begin? When did last season begin? Last season began on
Last
the
season
month of
began on the month
when did autumn
of
start? Um, June, no,
autumn.
July, August,
Yeah, July. Ah, no, no,
July,
no, September.
September. Very good. What did you
September.
drink? What did you drink with your breakfast this morning? What did you drink with your breakfast this morning? I drank some
I drank some tea.
with my breakfast this morning.
My breakfast this morning.
How long did you sleep last night? How long did you sleep last night? I slept about
I slept about for 6 hours.
I slept about 6 hours last
Ah,
night.
okay. Okay, I slept 6 hours
Last night.
last night.
Very good. Are there any hills around your city? Are there any hills around your city? Yes or no?
No,
There aren't
there
any
aren't
hills
any
around
hills
my city.
in around my city.
Where do people generally laugh when they're happy or unhappy? Do people generally laugh when they're happy or unhappy? People generally laugh
People
when they're
laugh
happy.
when they are
Do
happy.
you laugh when you watch comedies? Do you laugh when you watch comedies? Yes, I laugh
Yes,
when I
I
watch
laugh
comedies.
when I watch comedies.
What's the opposite of the word friend? What's the opposite of the word friend? The opposite of
The
the word
opposite of
friend
the
is
word
enemy.
friend is enemy.
Were Britain and America enemies during the Second World War? Were Britain and America enemies during the Second World War? No. Britain
No,
and America
Britain and America
weren't enemies
and were
during the Second
enemies
World War.
during the Second
They were
World War.
friends.
We were friends.
Very good. Are there any old castles in your city? Are there any old castles in your city? Yes or no?
No,
There aren't any
there
old
weren't
castles
any
in
old
my city.
castles in my city.
Very good. Are you hungry at the moment? Are you hungry at the moment? Yes or no?
No, I'm not
I'm not.
hungry at the moment.
Are there a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today? Are there a lot of hungry people in some parts of the world today? Yes, there are
Yes,
a lot of
there are
hungry
a lot
people
of
in some
hungry
parts of
people
the
in
world
some
today.
parts of the world today.
Wait, does your stomach make noises when you're hungry? Does your stomach make noises when you're hungry? Yes, my stomach
Yes,
makes
my
noises
stomach
when
makes
I'm hungry.
noise when
When when
I'm
I'm
hungry.
hungry. Very good. One more. Yes, my stomach
Yes,
makes
my stomach
noises
makes
when I'm
noise
hungry.
when I'm hungry.
Very good. Tell me a geographical fact. Tell me a geographical fact, please. Mount Everest is the
Mount
highest
Everest
mountain in the
is the
world.
highest mountain in the world.
Tell me a historical fact. Tell me a historical fact, please. The Second World War began
Second World
in
War began
1939.
in 1939.
Tell me a mathematical fact. Tell me a mathematical fact, please. 2 plus 2 equals
2 plus
4.
2 equals 4.
Very good. When you get hungry, what do you do? When you get hungry, what do you do? When I get hungry,
When I get
I
hungry,
eat.
I eat.
Very good. Do you think your English is getting better? Do you think your English is getting better? Yes, I think my
Yes,
English
I
is
think
getting
my
better.
Is getting better.
Very good. About how much does a doctor get a month? About how much does a doctor get a month? A doctor gets about
My doctor, it's about
like
it's about
2 million
uh,
yen
yeah,
a month, or maybe higher, right?
a month.
Very good. Do you get any cards from your friends on your birthday? Do you get any cards from your friends on your birthday? Yes or no?
Yes,
I get some
I
cards from my friends
uh,
on my birthday.
get some cards from my friends on my birthday.
Very good. Can I get clothes from a bookshop? Oh, can I get clothes from a bookshop? Yes or no?
No, no, no.
You can't get clothes from a
You
bookshop.
can't get clothes from a bookshop.
Very good. Which animal do we get milk from? Which animal do we get milk from? We get milk from a
We
cow.
get milk from cow.
Very good. Will you go and get a pen for me from the next room? Will you go and get a pen for me from the next room, please? Yes, I'll go and get a
Yeah,
pen for
I
you
go and get a
from the next
pen
room.
for you in the next room.
Very good. When children are young, do their parents get them from school each day? When children are young, do their parents get them from school each day? Yes. When children are
Yes,
young.
my children are
Well, when children are young,
when children are young.
their parents get them
Their parents
from
get
school
them
each day.
from school each day.
Very good. Will you get that book from the table and give it to me? Will you get that book from the table and give it to me? Yes, I'll get that
Yes,
book
I'll
from the
get
table.
the
and
book
give it to
from
you.
the table and give it to you.
Very good. What time do you generally get to school for your lesson? What time do you generally get to school for your lesson? I generally get to
I
school at
generally get out 8 p.m.
for my lesson.
for my lesson.
Very good. What time do you generally get home at the end of the day? What time do you generally get home at the end of the day? I generally get
I
home at
generally
about
home at about 10 p.m.
at the end of the day.
of the day, of the end of the
At the end of the day.
at the end of the day.
Very good. At what are the general meanings of the verb get? What are the general meanings of the verb get? The general meanings of the
Generally
verb get
meanings
are
the verb
become
get
and
is
obtain.
become and obtain.
If you are not sure when to use get, what is it better to do? If you are not sure when to use get, what is it better to do? If I'm not sure when to
I'm
use
not
get,
sure
it's
when to
better to
use
use
get.
the other
It's
verb
better to
with the
use
same
the
meaning.
other verb. Same meaning.
Very good. Next, is there a picture on that wall? Is there a picture on that wall? Yes, there's a picture
Yes,
on that
there are
wall.
some pictures of that wall.
Was there some pictures on that wall 3 lessons ago? Was there some pictures on that picture 3 lessons ago? Yes, there was some
Yes,
pictures
there
on that
were
wall
some pictures
three
on the
lessons ago.
walls 3 lessons ago.
Very good. Was there any books on the table last lesson? Was there any books on the table last lesson? Yes, there were some
Yes,
books
there were
on the
some
table last
books
lesson.
on the table at the lesson.
Was there a chair in that corner during the last lesson? Was there a chair in that corner during the last lesson? No, there wasn't a
No,
chair
there
in that
wasn't a
corner
chair
during the
in
last
the
lesson.
corner during the last lesson.
Very good. Were there any chairs on the table last lesson? Were there any chairs on the table last lesson? No, there weren't any
No,
chairs
there
on the
weren't
table last
chairs
lesson.
on the table last lesson.
Very good. What's the opposite of the verb to live? What's the opposite of the verb to live? The opposite of the
The
verb to
opposite
live
of the verb
is to
to
die.
live is to die.
The most people die before they're 100 years old. The most people die before they're 100 years old. Yes, most people die
Yes, most
before
people
they're
die
100 years old.
before they are 100 years old.
When did President Kennedy die? When did President Kennedy die? President Kennedy died
President Kennedy
in
died in
1963.
1963.
Very good. Okay, next. Is whiskey a weak drink? Is whiskey a weak drink? No, whiskey isn't a
No,
weak drink.
whiskey isn't a
It's a
whiskey
strong
drink.
drink.
It's a strong drink.
Are young boys generally physically stronger than men? Are young boys generally physically stronger than men? No, young boys
No,
aren't
young
generally
boys
physically
are
stronger than men.
generally physically
They are
stronger
generally
than a
physically
man.
weaker
They
than
are
men.
generally physically weaker than man.
Greg, do you speak English with a strong French accent? Do you speak English with a strong French accent? No, I don't speak English
No,
with a
I don't
strong
speak
French
English
accent.
with strong French
I speak it
accent.
with a
I
Japanese
speak
accent.
English with Japanese accent.
Greg, does a soldier make a lot of money these days? Does a soldier make a lot of money these days? Yes or no?
No,
A soldier doesn't make a lot of
a
money these
soldier
days.
with a lot of this. A soldier,
A soldier
a, s-
doesn't make
a
a lot
soldier
of money
doesn't
these
make
days.
a lot of money these days.
Yeah, it depends on the
Uh-huh.
country. Okay, next. Which
Yeah,
country do you think has the largest army in the world today? Which country do you think has the largest army in the world today? I think
I think China
has the
is
largest
the
army
largest
in the world today.
army in the world today.
What do we call the clothes that a soldier wear? What do we call the clothes that a soldier wear? We call the clothes that
We
a
call
soldier
the
wears
clothes
A uniform.
The wear a uniform.
Do most children wear uniforms at school in your country? Do most children wear uniforms at school in your country? Yes or no?
Yes,
Most children wear
most
uniforms
children
at school
wear
in my
uniform
country.
at school in my country.
Very good. Is it cheap to build a large house in the country? Is it cheap to build a large house in the country? No, it isn't cheap
No,
to
it
build a
isn't
large
cheap
house in the
build
country.
around like a large house
In
in
the
that
country,
country.
it's expensive.
In the country, it's
Expensive.
expensive.
Very good. Do you fill your stomach completely when you eat? Do you fill your stomach completely when you eat? Yes or no?
Uh,
Do you fill your
mm,
stomach completely when you eat? Yes or no?
um, no,
I don't fill my
I
stomach
don't feel
completely when I
stomach
eat.
goes when I eat.
Very good. About how many pages does this book contain? About how many pages does this book contain? That book contains
This
about.
book contains about 60 pages.
Oh, very good. Correct. Okay, next. Are you very good at art? Are you very good at art? Yes or no?
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not good
very
at
good
art.
at art. Yeah, me neither. Was Picasso a writer or an artist? Was Picasso a writer or an artist? Picasso was an artist.
Picasso was an artist.
Very good. Do you always feel in good health? Do you always feel in good health? Yes or no?
Yes,
I always
I
feel in good
am
health.
always in good health.
Very good. Do you feel bad if you eat too much? Do you feel bad if you eat too much? Yes or no? I
Yes,
feel bad if I eat too much.
I feel bad if I eat too
Very
much.
good. Do you feel sad in good weather? Do you feel sad in good weather? No, I don't feel sad
No,
in good
I don't
weather.
feel sad
I
with
feel
this
happy in
weather.
good
I
weather.
feel happy with this weather.
Very good. Okay, next. What part of the square is this? What part of the square is this? It's the top of the square.
It is the top of the square.
Very good. What part of the square is this? What part of the square is this? It's the bottom of the square. What
It's the
part
top of
of
the
the square
square.
is this? What part of the square is this? It's the side of the square.
It's the top of
What
the
part of the
square.
square is this? What part of the square is this? It's the middle of the square.
It's the middle of the square.
Very good. Where's the letter E? Where's the letter E? The letter E's in the top
The
right
letter
hand
is
corner of the
in the
square.
top right hand corner of this square.
Where's the letter I? Where's the letter I? The letter I's in the bottom
The
left
letter
hand
I
corner of the
in the
square.
bottom left hand corner of this square.
Where's the letter U? Where's the letter U? The letter U's in the middle of the
The letter
square.
U in the middle of the square.
Very good. Okay, next. Do people drive their cars in the middle of the road? Do people drive their cars in the middle of the road? No. People don't drive
No,
their cars
people
in the
don't
middle of the
drive
road.
the car in the middle of the
They
road.
generally drive their cars on the
They
side of
didn't
the road.
drive the car on the side of the road.
Very good. Okay, so we stop there for today, but very good practice. Thank you very much. See you again.